Dude, I think she is super scrubby. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I actually can't 5p that. That's your footsies? Can you guys hear me? I think my PC exploded. Don't let someone else control your life. Keep your passwords safe with Keeper Security. What's going on, everybody? LK here today with ApologyMan, and we are going to be talking about Saber from Fate's Day Night in Melty Blood. Is she good? Is she bad? Is she cool? Let's talk about it a little bit. So how you feeling?
Dude, I think she is super scrubby. I'm not gonna lie to you. It totally makes sense. She's the guest character from Fate's Day Night, so I think she's gonna be selling a lot of copies for this game to a lot of fans of the anime. So I think it makes sense that she's like a very easy character to kind of just jump into the game with. Her normals are so big. In particular, her auto combo, that's like the main move. I feel like a lot of people are probably gonna struggle with the most when you do light. Like it just has such a gigantic range. And yeah, no, I think she's definitely like an obnoxious, kind of annoying, scrubby character. But yeah, she's I don't know. I think long term, man, I'm not too scared about her, but yeah, she's definitely just annoying.
Yeah, I hear you on the scrubby. Like her auto combo is super scrubby. There's no way to put it. Like she's going back and forth like a Dragon Ball character. I tried her for a little bit, but like when I was messing around on day one, so like short side story, there was 4 characters I was looking at: Kohaku, Saber, Noelle, and Red Arcade. And when I was messing with Saber, I was like, oh, she's just like Rekka character. So if you don't know what a Rekka is, it's like special move, and the special move has a follow-up. She's got like a couple of branching options she has. And I was like, I'm not trying to play Fei Long with a sword. Like, I think I'm okay. So I decided not to play her. I played a couple of people who've played her. So, I mean, on day one, I played Leffen in a pretty long set. And even as recent as like yesterday, I played Daze. So Daze is playing Saber as well. Funk's playing Saber. A bunch of people are playing Saber. And I think she's good, but she has a couple of problems, to my knowledge. So one is that her air throw knockdown is not like super great compared to other characters, to my knowledge. So her air dash is actually pretty tricky because it's kind of floaty. So you can like mix up your timings in a pretty decent way. But when you air throw somebody, I don't know how to explain it, but she can't do that like kind of drifting mix up that other characters can do straight up. But she does get a good safe jump, so that's fine. But not having access to that left right is definitely a little painful there. That's definitely one. Her other big problem is that she's kind of vulnerable to Moondrive, to my knowledge too, because since she's using these special moves with delayed follow-ups a lot, and Moondrive is a little pause button that you can do everything from frame 1 without being able to be punished, you're kind of in a bad spot if someone has a BP or has like a super arc drive, like all sorts of, and maybe in like worst case like last arc.
Or even shielding it,
well, shielding they'd be able to counter shield, but
they got that recovery, right?
Just talk about that guarantee, like stuff that's guaranteed. There's a lot of stuff they can do.
You can do in bullshit.
Yeah. So I think that's pretty tough for her. Her normals, as you said, were pretty good. Like they're kind of big, and also Melty Blood is a game about like pretty varied movement. So like if she whiffs, she kind of is just standing there. Especially if she's pressing B or C. Like when you're pressing jabs, you can protect yourself a bunch of ways because you can cancel your jabs into other buttons. You can cancel them into special moves. You can cancel them to shield. You can cancel jab into a lot of stuff. But when you press like B or C, you can't really do that. So if you're doing like a grounded normal, you have to believe. But her sword is invisible, so that does help her out a little bit. And her defense is not. It's like average-ish, so like she has all the system stuff, and she's got the Avalon super that beats everything. That thing's really annoying. But yeah, I think she's just like okay in this game.
Yeah, for sure, dude. That Avalon super is mad annoying because it
Yeah.
counters like so I play Vlav, right? And like
Mhm.
he's a heavy projectile character. So like full screen, if I'm like shooting projectiles at her, if she does that super, like she'll counter it like anywhere, and like it'll like activate and like hit me from like absolutely full speed. I'm like, whoa, what? That's kind of cheap, but yeah, in general, I feel like she uses most of her meter to do arc drive mostly. I don't think her level ones are like that helpful, like damage wise. At least at the moment, like she has that one super that moves forward that's like 0 on block, and she has she has strong normals, so she's like generally like pretty strong there. So depending on your character, you can't really challenge after. But yeah, you gotta look out for her arc drive. Like they're looking to counter you. A lot of the Saber players are looking to hit you with that Avalon super, and it does good damage. So you got to be careful. But yeah, like I think like just kind of moving outside of her like really large normal range is important. Like I think IED back is, you gotta kind of like just space outside of her, and that's gonna be the most like important thing I think with dealing with her. But yeah, you mentioned like her air throw setup. Like she doesn't really get like the good air throw Oki. She is one of the few characters. I was like labbing this kind of recently. She can like do a safe jump that like makes your shield launch whiff, which is like kind of rare. So she does have that going for her. That's kind of a thing for her. But overall, like her offense is like, it's like it can be annoying, but I think there's like good counterplay to it. She has that move that makes her plus. If you're looking for it, you can stand shield it. What's the move?
I don't know the input. It's a move that pops you up even though you're blocking. There's a couple of them in the game. I don't know about Saber specifically, but the one I practiced against, the arc raids, like you can interrupt that in the middle. So I'm assuming you can do the same to Saber somehow.
Yeah. So if you're looking for it, like I've been like just trying to like shield it if I see it, so she doesn't get like the plus frames and like keep continuing her offense. So yeah, I think overall she's like a pretty straightforward character, but if you lab like a couple things, like you'll deal with her just fine. I think there's not a whole lot she's like overloading you with, I think.
Yeah, honestly, the last thing I'd have to mention about her is that in Moondrive, when she's in Moondrive, she's actually kind of strong because she has a lot of like moon skills that like kind of propel her around the screen, and they all have clash frames. So in this game, it's kind of hard to deal with clash. So I think that's pretty strong. And her reversal Moondrive is like pretty good. You need to be prepared to deal with her doing. I mean, you to be prepared for everybody doing that, but hers is like especially good. So just keep that in mind. Yeah, that's it.
Cool. Like, cool. Yeah, I got
all I got really is me beating up Days yesterday over and over, and I was like, this character, like he does it like the only way I'm getting hit is just getting hit by reversal Moondrive into Clash, and that's all I'm getting hit by.
No, I just played like fucking 2 gigs in Jonathan's Saber like a bit, and they were like, that's not even like their main character anyway. So it's kind of the extent of my knowledge. So I hope you guys liked that video. Let us know your thoughts on Saber in the comments below. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.